Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida, and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole Award chant will be rocking this place. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Noles will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his own 20. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Running to the left. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Snagged in the middle, it's Hawkins. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Last meeting was a classic as the Gators pulled out a close one.
Guys, it's a rivalry game that gets circled in the offseason, and for Gator fans in Gainesville...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. They're going to test the right side with this one. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida!
And I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Brings it down on the right side. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the Seminoles will hustle to the line. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag. It's just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Pulls and throws off the RPO. At the 20, he's got space. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, no! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got them.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Dialing up a second down pass play. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it on the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and
He's going to fire deep. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock.
Can anyone catch him? He's at the 40, at the 20, and he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Seminoles. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And the extra point is good. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Gators sending the offense back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. A little screen to the running back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Gators moving quickly to the line. It's a reverse. Bowls his way forward. And that was a creative play call, but a better defensive play to stop it for no gain. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
Well, this game certainly doesn't have the longevity historically that a lot of other rivalries have in college football, but this game always means so much. It impacts the conference championship race, the national championship race, and the Heisman Trophy race.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Great job by the pass rush up front. 3rd and long situation. They're anticipating pass, and they know the quarterback's going to have to hold on to the football. Nice job hitting their ears back and getting home.
And the Gators will punt it away on 4th down. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Quick pass on the jet motion. All kinds of running room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll give it to the back. Finds a crease at the 20. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Gets it out quickly. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied at 14.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Let's go!
Pushes toward the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
14.
Oh, he's going to take a chance. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back. And boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. He slings it deep to the left. Got his man. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And the Noles come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He's going to bring it out from deep. Sometimes you just have to take the touchback. They get him down at the 4-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. The option look. He'll toss it. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep him there. Coming after it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollack.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another...
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Ball's at the 13.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. A designed run for the quarterback. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And the evolution of the quarterback position, basically you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Using his feet. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity.
Going for the big play. And the ball is intercepted. Got some room to run. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown Seminoles. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
21.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity.
Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Touch pass on the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On 3rd down, going up top. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Florida State. How about that D coming up with a play like that? Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it out. It's high. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the 1st half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Looking for room at the 25. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Gators are in the hurry up.
Good enough for a first down.
The back goes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Going over the top. Brings it in down the left side. Running toward the tape. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida!
Number 6.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there. A difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Seminoles will take over 1st and 10.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down.
Nothing but green grass down the middle. The 40. At the 30. The 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, no.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. They'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He'll take another shot here. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
First half, with the score, Florida State 52, Florida 28.
The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. Complete downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really, really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
They'll go back to the air on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Back to the air one more time. He's going to take off. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
That shows a lot of poise and a lot of experience by that guy there. Not thinking to himself, hey, on third and long, I'm going to have to throw and make a really good throw here to go get this first. Hey, if it's not there, you don't got to force the issue. You're a good enough athlete.
Going for the big play. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Takes it the other way. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve his field position.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
He'll start this drive firing. He makes the connection. Still on his feet at the 45. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. And the Gators want to move quickly. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Off he goes. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. The give to the left side.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
Looking to throw on second down. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse. Nothing but green ahead. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. He's up to 73 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Makes a connection. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Reload. Just going to keep it after the snap. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. The Seminoles are threatening on first and goal. Quarterback keeper. And they'll knock him down.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting. And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2.
Get set. Slide 22.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches, and they didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And they didn't pick up any extra room to operate, but they at least got it back to the original line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now facing 2nd and 10 from their own 1 and hoping to avoid a disaster. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Finds the tight end. Showing off the arms. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it.
He's going for the big play. Snatches it on the run. He's now over 150 yards on the day. They're finding ways to get him the ball, much like the Gators did in 07, getting it to Percy Harvin, who had 100-yard receiving games and 100-yard rushing games that year.
He was just such a weapon. When you got weapons, you learn how to use them, and you learn how to deploy them in all kinds of different ways. If I'm Florida, continue to find ways to find that guy, because whether it's zone, man, whatever, he wins.
That's a first down for the offense.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry up. On 2nd down, wants to throw. It's complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Wants to go up top. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run the option. Touchdown Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
And the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside. Still down big here in the third quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game.
And I think this coach felt they needed something, right? You just scored, you created some momentum, you're still losing. Kick the onside kick, got aggressive, gets rewarded. Nice job by the onside kick team.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll throw it on first down. Going for it all. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
On second down, wants to throw it. Makes the pass. Hauls it in. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. Smashes ahead. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now, first and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Snags it. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he is stopped for no gain, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter.
Florida State 52, Florida 34.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We did.
And he's running in the open. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. The Seminoles in the hurry-up. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles. On to attempt to try. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team out there getting set. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
over. First and 10.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Comes out throwing on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got a man, it's Woolihan. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
He's got him wide open. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
Good enough for a first down.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They're going to throw it again. Fires toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let him fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Quarterback moving. And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down. On 4th down, going to the air. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
With jet sweep pass. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
He looks that one in nicely.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
On 2nd down, he'll fire. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Motion from the offense. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Buys a little time with his feet. Sails one into the middle. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring...
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And the Seminoles want to pick up the tempo.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over.
He's going for it all. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Quarterback checking off. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it again. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Second down after that incompletion.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Noles will bring the punt team onto the field. It's a fake. He wants to throw. And he grabs it. Got to get to the marker. And they caught the return team hitting the snooze button, and they pick up the first down.
I got to be honest, I was surprised they even jogged their punt team out there because you're in no man's land in your opponent's territory. Just let your offense see if they can pick it up. But obviously, these special teams coaches are making good money now because they're pretty smart guys. That was a good-looking play, and the drive stays alive.
Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw on second down. Shoots it to the left. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
Still on his feet at the 35. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
First down for the offense.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Trying to find his man on first down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Timeout is called with just a single second left. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. They get to him as he throws. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Trying to take it back.